What's up, nerds? New Mean Boys today with Dave Ross.
Nerds.
Suicide Buddies.
Yeah, what a show. Dave's fucking awesome. Follow him on everything. All his links will be in the show notes. Listen to Suicide Buddies. That'll also be linked in the show notes. Had a fucking blast with the old boy.
Yeah, this is a good fucking
It was
time.
a great episode.
Yeah, great episode. So we'd like to thank him again for coming in. Man, we're getting within striking distance. So momentum is picked up. We're only a scant 33 iTunes reviews away from the Keith's Mother Palooza. And this guy writes, Insecurity Guard writes on his review, realest podcast around, 5 stars. Mean Boys is the realest podcast around, are a little redundant, but I appreciate it. I, too, face the challenges of being a fat gay, a constantly on the edge of death ape, and a 7 out of 10 white man. Actually, when the boys...
Edge of death ape is so good.
7. That's the harshest burn you could give me, because I clearly think I'm an 8. Actually, when the boys mentioned the Juggalos in Bellingham, those Juggalos hang out outside of my work in Bellingham. Those are my Juggalos, boys. We're kindred. So,
insane.
yeah, we're bringing people. It's a small world out there.
What a bizarre... Yeah, fucking... give my regards to the Juggalos.
Yeah, bring them a ceremonial offering of bugles.
Yeah,
I don't know what they eat.
Mountain Dew and a frightened woman.
Yeah, whatever the worst promotional flavor of chip that's currently on the marketplace. Just throw...
and makeup.
Yep. Are you describing the taste of your flesh?
I'm just...
It tastes like wax, but salty.
Yeah, so go leave us an iTunes review. We're getting real close, and jump on the Patreon because when we get to $2,000, we're doing another Snark Week, and we're knocking on the door of that. $5 a month, weekly bonus content, another hour of Mean Boys for you to enjoy every single week, and for $10 a month, you get a little goodie in the mail this month, an iron-on patch you can adorn your fanny packs, your backpacks, your punk rock jackets, your Jinkos, whatever you got.
I do want to point out, too, for any Unpops listeners who have drifted over to the show, if we get to Snark Week, we decided on this episode we're going to try and get Randall Maynard in here for Snark Week and finish off that fucking duel. So help us out.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled about it.
I've neither listened to or...
I've never listened to it either, yeah.
Well, you were there. You know what happens.
Vaguely. He's a very forgettable man.
No, kind of just browned out, and when he woke up, everyone was kind of mad at him.
Yeah, I was just...
Adam Todd browned out.
Yes. Fucking hate Randall. Let's follow the show on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the shows are up there now. And pop over to the subreddit. Getting involved. I don't know. My computer is tripping. Pop over on the subreddit, Our Mean Boys. A lot of people are doing a lot of Tom Goss-related shit posting, which I'm really enjoying. And enjoy an up-to-the-minute discussion on our Discord channel, moderated by our dear listener, Alexis. And you guys can play video games together and, just chat about things. Where I believe part of the Monopoly board, the Meanopoly game that's been focus groups has been worked on there.
Shout out to Ed Harrison Jr. who's making that right now.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome.
I sent some canonical corrections, but other than that, pretty spot on.
It's pretty funny.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
Looking at it with Keith, it's pretty fucking great.
So we'll definitely play that or try to figure out how to make them cheap and send them out to people or something. We'll definitely do something with that. So lots of cool shit in the Meaniverse, which is a word I coined that I hate. Never say that again. Going on. So yeah, go enjoy all that, and in the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy this week's episode with Dave to the motherfucking Ross, right here on the Mean Boys podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. Nobody has ever watched a single YouTube video you sent them. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey.
I'm Dave Ross.
And I'm...
a Teddy Ruxpin that only plays Slipknot.
What's a Teddy Ruxpin?
What, you don't know Teddy Ruxpin?
No.
It's
like
the Mark Wahlberg bear.
You're young. You're young.
I forget that I'm older. Yeah, no, it's like he's like a teddy bear, but you put a little cassette tape in him, and then he...
like into his chest? There's like some kind of fucked up video drum shit?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Like
the new
proto Furby.
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
like
I thought...
a creepier Furby.
I thought it was like a fake brand for that Mark Wahlberg movie. I didn't know that was a real thing until
Ted?
just
You
now.
thought that they created that? Oh,
No,
wait.
it's like a real thing.
Oh.
Wait, Ted is like, is he like a Teddy Ruxpin that came to life?
No, he's just
He's
a
just
separate Ted.
Drunk bear.
He's
Yeah.
just a different Ted. Wow, okay.
Oh, I thought that was a
related.
Teddy Ruxpin.
I mean, it makes sense. Teddy bear.
Yeah.
It makes sense they're all called Ted,
Yeah.
right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great show, Dave. You have anything to plug?
Yeah,
Ted
man.
Cab.
Hey, check me out on Mean Boys Podcast this week.
Wow, Wow, fucking Dave Ross is in the studio. Thanks for
Damn.
stopping by, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Dave.
We're calling
told
this
us
the
he was-
studio now.
Yeah, it's the coldest room in the house. So
That's fair.
I guess we could start podcasting in the podcast room again. But
I don't think anyone wants to have a shittier, sweatier time doing this show.
no, yeah, it's already.
I do.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, give it a minute.
I
We'll
like
get there.
that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Shut off the AC, lock the doors. This shit's getting weird. Nobody leaves till we see God.
I was
Yeah.
fully prepared for that.
No, Dave said he'd been warned about the accommodations. What was like the pitch that you were given by the people that have been here
I don't
before you?
remember exactly, but I do remember.
Was you just like bring one of those life straws that they send to Africa and make sure you?
It wasn't specifically the podcast. I just have had conversations with a few comics recently about coming here, and they're just like, "Have you been there?" And I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh my god." And then one of the stories was like Jeff Ross went there for the podcast, and he was like, "Oh my god," was the story.
Yeah, my favorite interaction was just Jeff walked by that bed in the kitchen, which is where Tom
That's
lives.
where I live. And he
Just a
just,
loose, yeah.
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
stared at it for like 3 minutes.
Well, Tom
didn't
basically
say
lives
anything.
in like a Civil War recovering wing of
Yeah.
like a hospital.
I'm not exaggerating 1% when I say you live on a mattress covered in loose knives. Like
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Well, all of our
Why do you
friends
have
give me
loose-
knives. I don't buy them. They just send them to me.
This is not a good defense.
It's,
The knives. I don't
don't
regret
buy
the
the
fence.
knives.
Don't worry.
I'm
there's
just
no-
the type of person that likes knives so
There's
much. People
kids
give them to me.
Yeah,
knives.
don't fret. There's no paper trail for any of these weapons. All right, there's absolutely no way of proving any ownership. They're all just lit.
It's a garbage bag full of unlicensed blades. Do what you
the
will.
Yeah, it's like they said
broadsword
they-
that was given to me is in Keith's basement.
Wait,
still.
why do people give you knives?
I don't
truly?
know.
Because he seems like a guy who would want a
You
knife.
do seem like a knife guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't dislike knives.
Sure, I don't know where this started. It just kind of always has been. And
I don't
always
know.
will
Oh,
be.
I remember what it was. 'Cause I did
killed that person.
I did a show.
Oh, I forgot. I was a samurai
I
for
got
many
cursed by that
years.
knife gypsy.
I did a show.
I just kept walking around with a folded up picture of my missing father in my pocket, and people thought this man should have a sword. That seems like the only way to accomplish this quest.
I did a show in San Luis Obispo. I stayed at the Booker's house, and he had just a bunch of loose weapons from his old
Oh
roommate.
yeah, he had some cool like Mad Max like kind of cosplay,
Yeah.
like baseball bats with like saw blades, like
and
put
then
in
I
them and
just
stuff.
started running around with the sword. Like, this is fucking awesome. And it's like, I gave my roommate like 2 weeks warning. I was going to get rid of his shit. It's yours now. I was like, fuck yeah. And then everyone saw that. Or like, keep
Yeah, well, I just
sending
posted a
them-
picture of you with the sword. and then
Yeah.
a couple Game of Thrones photoshops later, you had a whole fucking ghetto arsenal
Yeah.
in your
Yeah,
kitchen.
You look like a fucking Mountain Dew orc with that sword.
Oh yeah,
had
then
a
my buddy
pink
was
mohawk
moving
at
to
that
Florida,
point.
and he's like, "I can't bring my cold steel machete on the plane. So, do you want to give it to that fat guy you do your podcast with?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then
I had to talk Tom out of buying a hatchet last night at Walmart.
Yeah, well, we went there for. I was trying to find an electric fly swatter, which you'd think fucking Walmart would have. They didn't have it. And then
if you
we're
thought Marin didn't let the guests talk, we,
I'm
we're
a
going to
fool
argue
right
about knives in front of you.
That's fine, man. I love to learn.
Well, you
That's
came to
what
the
we're all
wrong
about
place. All right, so you're at Walmart.
yeah, and I was just getting. I was so pissed.
By the
'cause
way,
they-
Tom goes to basic businesses, and his flabbergasted is one of my favorite because you took him to IKEA, and he was just like, "Has anyone ever done a joke about how crazy this place is?" And we're like, "Yeah, everybody that has ever tried comedy."
Yeah, well, I just got so pissed they didn't have electric fly swatter. I was like, maybe they have some other. I'm trying to get.
So you're gonna hatchet the flies.
No, well, I just was like, it's $4 for a hatchet. It just sounds like a good
and
deal.
You just felt like there weren't enough people making fun of you and calling you a juggalo.
Yeah, you
you
can get a
thought
small
I
axe
should.
at Walmart for under $5.
I legit.
Really?
But yeah, Keith was.
What?
Yeah.
A
should
machete
not-
is $7, dude.
At Walmart.
At Walmart.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That is
Capitalism
A
rocks
T-shirt
sometimes.
is
Let's
10,
be honest.
just to put that in perspective.
Yeah.
right. There's a do you know Shannon Norman in Pittsburgh?
No.
No.
I've heard of her, but I don't know.
It's a him, so
Okay,
you
well,
have.
Yeah. So you're
Fuck you.
No, I've heard the name. I assumed it was a lady.
Your glad handing fakeries will get you nowhere.
Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to weasel my way into the lucrative Pittsburgh amateur comic circuit.
Yeah.
He's really
Knowing
funny.
you.
And last time I saw him, he was wasted, and he just started telling me that in a blackout, he didn't remember in the morning. In a blackout, he checked Amazon to see if they sell switchblades, and they do. And I guess he just ordered like 30 switchblades, and then they just showed up at his house, and he was like, I guess I bought 30 switchblades. And so he has a bunch of switchblades, and every time someone stays at his house, he gives them a switchblade. Apparently, switchblades are like $5 on Amazon.
Well, fucking stop the podcast. I have something I need to do. I'm buying at least one because I got to buy a laptop. So I'm going to buy a laptop and a switchblade.
Absolutely.
Only two. Charger, carrying case. Go fuck yourself.
Customers who
Customers
bought a MacBook
also
Pro
bought.
also bought. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You
Christ.
save more when you bundle. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I undo the little screws and put cocaine where the battery is and send it to Mexico. God damn.
Totally.
I like that Tom has also just been wearing the two like not matching socks
It's
for a
the
while.
first 2 socks I could find.
All right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
explains that.
We do so much work trying to rehab your like fashion image, and then you just with
It
one.
was like a 2-year war over me buying pants. It's
Yeah.
they're socks.
I feel like I've said what? More than on any other podcast I've ever been on.
Look,
What's a 2-year war over buying pants?
I
look like?
had one pair of $7 Walmart pants for about what was
Again, slightly
Well,
more
yeah.
expensive than the machete.
These pants that he bought after we drove to Oklahoma in December, at which point he got out of the car in the snow and said, "Aw, damn it, I forgot my pants in California," and bought the cheapest possible pair of. Here's how shitty those pants were, and the display it said "pants" in quotations, like Malk from that old Simpsons episode.
It's just a machete.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we should get him like a grass skirt made of machetes that we just like tape to his waist. Well, yeah, Tom is the comptroller of Bullet Town now, so he's got his
So that's why
machete
there are
killed.
knives on your bed. Those are your pants.
Yeah.
He's building just like
Well, here's
ghetto
the thing. I
chainmail.
agree with that choice. 100%.
Look, when the
I
dollar
agree.
collapses, it's going to be a knife-based economy. All right.
Also, man, look, if you sleep in a kitchen on a bed covered in knives, you save your money.
Yeah, you don't really have a loose pants budget.
You save it until you can
I mean,
like get
I
a
do.
room.
I agree, but I also think it's kind of like dress for the walls you want, not the walls.
Sure, yeah.
I've been dressing nicer. I got this panda shirt.
Yeah, which you didn't know was for a rap song.
No, I
until
just like
told you.
pandas.
You thought it was just a cool panda. And then-
You're like the world's most dangerous child. Like, it's really what you are.
I was legit debating at the Walmart buying a one of those like net tents to keep the bugs out of my kitchen space because there's so many fucking bugs in the
So
kitchen.
you could just be the fucking Rudyard Kipling of podcasting.
I
Pick up the fat man's burden. And sleep on a coffee-stained mattress covered
You
in
live
weaponry.
how people lived at Guantanamo.
That's not true.
Flies and knives.
Somebody paid for their food.
Yeah, I'm starting to have a lot more empathy for my ex-girlfriend who would come over and be like, "You have to get a job," and I'd be like, "What do you mean? Things are going fine, all right? It's
Your
great."
room looks like where a person might live.
Yeah, this is a people place.
Well, I've upgraded. I mean,
You have an
I
air
got the mini
conditioner.
fridge now,
Yeah,
and I got the
and
well.
mini fridge.
That's new. I lived in here in fucking sweatbox heat for like 2 years just because I don't respect
Dude, I had the
myself.
same thing. Yeah, same exact thing. And I was like, wait, how much is something like that? And I
Yeah.
just looked it up, and I was like, $200. I can definitely figure out.
Yeah, yeah. I like.
Like
There was
finance and air
like
conditioning.
many
moment in your
times
life-
where I had the money, but I was just like, but I don't deserve it. you know?
Totally, dude. That moment, I feel like I'm 35, and I feel like it was like a year or two ago that I realized that spending money on something I need isn't going overboard.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I always felt like I just got new glasses.
Like if I can technically survive, then that's too much. You
Right,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. But I feel like shit all the time. This would raise my quality of living. Yeah, but I'm not a fucking billionaire. I don't
Yeah,
deserve
yeah.
happiness. I
Air
don't know.
conditioning's for people with Netflix specials.
But she would just look at me like I was some kind of like savage, and I'd be like, "Hey, it's fine. I just have a dream, lady. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is the best I can do right now."
Yeah. Oh, that poor woman.
I know, yeah. No, that's most of the upgrades in here are just women that dated me, and they're like, "You got. I can't fuck a guy without shelves. I got you shelves because I know you're
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna
man!
do
It's
it."
the only way that you ever do anything.
Look, I've just been sugar momming my way to a fucking college dorm room, and it's gone.
Well, you're saying that they
fantastically.
bought all these things?
No, just the curtains and the shelves.
They forced
really.
him to buy them.
And I guess
Well, yeah, that makes-
those little the t-shirt hanging thing. You know, they got me that too. So.
Yeah, well, the curtains were necessary because I just smoke on that patio, and I would just see like the weird phantom of them having sex.
Hey,
between,
well,
like,
here's-
the tinfoil he had put in the window.
Oh, yeah.
I had a perfectly good system where I had a blanket and 2 nails. All right, that was working great.
Sure.
I didn't think we needed to upgrade the technology, but I guess look, we got to have a rod and a whole system here. Like I'm the queen of goddamn England.
It is weird how the window in your room is like 100 times as nice as the rest of your room. It's so nice over there.
Yeah.
It's like a brand new, what is that
Like just
called?
sliding
Drape.
window,
Yeah,
you know?
single
Yeah.
drape.
We had a great thing where Keith and I were on the patio working, we're writing, and Keith's got it, like he leaves his cigarettes there and he goes to take a shit, and I'm like, all right, when Keith's done taking a shit, I know he's going to want to smoke a cigarette, but I want to jack off. But I also think he's probably jacking off in the bathroom, so I had to go knock on the door and like leave the cigarettes by the bathroom so that I could jack off with him without him interrupting me jacking off, going back to the patio to get the cigarettes. And then about 20 minutes after we both finished jacking off, we're back at the patio working, and we just were like, so yeah, we both jacked off. He's like, yeah, we definitely did.
Man, it sounds like you guys are
like a whole-
really good friends.
Yeah.
You are not wrong. And this weird gift of the Magi.
It was like an
jack-off
oddly
race.
sweet story
Yeah.
about like a lot of
But I got
jacking
you
off.
these combs so you could jack off.
That's what's horrifying about that story is it's so gross, but it's also the most understood I've ever felt by any partner in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
Totally.
I know, yeah.
Like, you know when I need to come.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, like people like, I ask me if I know where he is. Like, I should just know all the time, but I just am like, I could probably figure it out. I'm like, wait, what is it? Thursday? He was a little sad this morning. Fat burger, like I can.
You just draw a map of like based on my emotional state, the fast foodery.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's taking care of himself, Chipotle.
Yeah. Oh, just like he's still trying to do keto, so I can.
And then all is lost. He's at that poutine place in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, no, he's at a Chago, just fucking,
God damn it.
listening to the Velvet Underground and just pounding fucking gravy fries while he writes sad poems into his iPhone notes.
Do you guys need to jerk off now?
Yeah, could you give us a minute?
Save it for the next segment. But
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
this whole thing kind of feels like us jerking off. We just brought a grown up in here and we're like, look at our bad house.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
This is the house I lived in up until
Dave's
recently.
got a fucking rockin' podcast called Suicide Buddies. We're label mates with you guys, I guess.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so fucking tell the dear listeners about that a little bit, 'cause
Suicide Buddies?
I think a lot of them would fucking. I listened to the Derby Crash one and the
Oh,
Ian
cool.
Curtis one. Yeah, it's fucking great show. You guys and you and Hampton are just fucking delightful together. So.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Honestly, Suicide Buddies has become maybe my the most fun I have in comedy because it's like I used to do this podcast called Terrified where I interviewed people about depression and shit, and I think about that stuff a lot. I like to think about it and help myself with it and help others with it. But that podcast became just about that. Because the other thing I like to do is be a fucking moron and joke around. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just. And it got to a point with Terrified where people. This happened to me once. I was at a show. This girl walks up to me and she goes, "Hey, I love your podcast. Just wanted you to know my brother's dying of cancer. All right, see you later." And I was like, fuck? I'm not just the guy that wants to be sad now.
Yeah.
Suicide Buddies is like me and Hampton making like puns about 90s rock bands and like weird fuck and cum jokes.
Yeah.
And then talking about
Well, you analyze why someone lost faith in the mortal coil.
yeah, exactly. Both
Permanently.
things. Both things. It's a lot of fun. We talk about a different person who killed themselves every week.
Yeah.
Is what that means.
And that's the way I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people are like, oh, you have to approach it with like this weird reverence and this like sadness, and it's like, yeah, it sucks, but like we're allowed to like have a little fun with it.
It's
Well, yeah,
more
totally.
unhealthy to just approach it that way.
Well, yeah, it's like also like you
Yeah.
know who likes those kind of jokes? The people that want to kill themselves.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
I
that's
can't tell you how
who
many
it's
fucking
for.
emails we get from people who are like, I've tried to kill myself, and this podcast helps me so much.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
you know what? If you've never tried to kill yourself or never contemplated it, maybe it's not for you, and that's totally fine. Like, I don't care. And that makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
When we started, I mean,
It's like
Hampton
you're
and I.
recommending sushi. It's just like it's not for everybody.
Yeah, look.
but, like,
Yeah.
Look,
Well,
it's a good place to get.
Look,
if you're
not
gonna
everybody
do it.
needs to jerk off every time they take a dump, like Keith.
Triggers the prostate. I won't apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hampton and I were talking about like he's tried to kill himself. I've never tried, but I've thought about it and wanted to so many times. And so we joke around
Killing
about it a
Hampton?
lot.
I mean,
Killing-
he's a handful.
Yeah, totally.
He's a ragamuffin.
He's a
that
real
guy.
piece of shit. Honestly, truly deserves it.
Him
Try
being
to
alive,
get
bad
through the
for
notes on fucking the Anthony Bourdain and just he's just and then another thing about real monsters or whatever.
Wow.
He's just crying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's a jet engine that just took an improv class, taking off into my face for 90 minutes while I try to disseminate 4 facts.
I saw it on Facebook
In
memory.
fairness, I do the same thing to Hampton. It's his fault. I learned it from him,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we both do it.
The cycle of abuse continues.
Yeah.
Goddamn, like I think I'm quick and annoying, but Jesus Christ, Hampton is just fucking. It's like hanging out with an animaniac.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And like, rarely can people get away with that. You can only get away with that if you're as funny as him.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
not there yet.
Dude, he's so. Did you know that you probably do. I've told everyone this. When Hampton did Just for Laughs, apparently the first thing he said on stage was, if you're listening, you don't know that. You probably do, but it's the biggest comedy festival in the world, and it's every year in Montreal. And he was a new face. The first thing he said on stage in Montreal,
The N-word.
What he just walks up and he goes, "Do you guys have 9/11 up here?"
Oh, that rocks.
It's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did it work?
Oh yeah, crushed.
Okay, thank God.
Oh,
Crushed.
good. Oh man, that's-
Because the only funnier version, he says that, and then there's just a hushed
That would
silence
be
over
so
a filled
fucking
auditorium.
funny.
oh, that's fucking great. Well, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. Growing up as a very insecure person, you know, just always fucking like, do I look okay? Is everyone mad at me? And then like talking shit, like having like people shitting on each other, and just everyone laughing about it. You're like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Like I think it's the
Yes.
same thing with like
Yeah.
Suicide Show, where it's like, yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it takes sort of the monster out of the closet when you turn it into a whole thing about tears for fears instead of just being like, and it's very serious, and here's a phone number, and if you say
Yeah.
anything else, you're the devil.
Totally. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's funny. The exact same thing happened to me. I was like really fucked up and weird, and then I made this group of friends where we would just sit around and talk shit. And also, I wish I had some like video of me back then, because I was definitely bad at it at first.
Yeah.
I was the dude who would be in the group, everyone would be shitting on each other and laughing, and then I just say a thing, dead silence, and everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, no.
But then you get good at it, and it's like, yeah, this is
I'm
right.
not. Yeah, I'm not naturally funny at all. Like I had to like slowly copy and just fall.
Totally.
Like and just fucking just get the shit kicked out of me for 10 years before I could.
Totally. That's probably why miking was doing a fuckload of open mics was fine with me, because I knew that you could learn, right?
You were used to emotional abuse. As a form of
Emotional, yeah,
entertainment.
absolutely. It's true. I'm so like used to being shit. I grew up in upstate New York, where everyone is always shitting on you all the time, everywhere you go. And so now, what's worse is when something happens and no one
Just had
says
the CVS,
anything.
What is that? A Gatorade? Oh, yeah, you're exercising. Yeah, you need those electrolytes. Don't you, Patty?
Yeah, totally.
just
What, from sucking dick?
Yeah. get a little
What flavor is
dehydrated.
that? Cum?
I bet you're doing 2 a days. Fucking 2 a gay.
Yeah. Gatorade. How's that spelled?
Yeah.
Dude, seriously, all the time. I literally, when we drove into the town that I lived in, Greenwood Lake, New York, when we were driving to the house that we were moving into for the first time, my mom like got lost, and there was a guy like fucking trimming bushes outside or something, and she goes, "Hey, excuse me, do you know where Woodbine Avenue is?" And the guy turns around and goes, "You don't know where the fuck you are." And I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, it's at the corner of Suck My Dick and You're a Faggot, lady.
Oh, by the way, this is a bit I was doing for Keith. This is a punchline in Keith's act for a joke that he hasn't written yet. It's now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go suck my wife's dick. Thank you very much. That's just a joke that you haven't gotten around to writing
I'm
yet.
furious because I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like it could go anywhere.
I mean,
feel
it's
like
my
just-
mouth. It's kind of where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just say it at the end of a bit that tanks.
Yeah.
That's going to be my get her done. I'm just going to say it apropos of nothing and get standing ovation.
I
just
feel
put it
like
on koozies.
That
Yeah.
definitely will happen. People love shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Keith loves saying it. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I want to see that joke.
I've been coasting on being a charming hack for many years now. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking same.
Yeah.
I just have even less. It's like You're like a fucking like a raisin dipped in chocolate. Me, it's just peanut butter in the middle. You know, there's nothing nutritional
peanut
at
butter
all.
in the middle
Yeah,
of a
I don't
raisin?
get this.
Yeah, this is a weird metaphor.
Peanut butter in the middle of a raisin.
Oh, wait, no.
That's weird.
That's the most adorable thing I've ever
No
heard.
peanut butter.
No, peanut. Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, I'm even hackier is what I was
That's
trying
a
to say.
big raisin.
But now I'm picturing a syringe of peanut butter where I'm just like, yes, my pumped up peanut butter raisins.
problem
I'll
is-
rehydrate them with the
You're
ultimate
the only person
food.
who can make a metaphor where raisins were the good thing. God's worst
Yeah,
food.
you know, raisins,
Yeah.
the thing everyone eats and likes.
Yeah, everybody's just coming all the time for raisins.
I like raisins.
Exactly, you're retarded.
Thank you.
Well, guys, I think we're all fired up. What do you say we get into the Mexican joke off, gang?
Ay, so topical.
Let's do it.
All right, I had to go fucking get the microphones from Ramsey, so that's my excuse for why my jokes are bad this week.
Ah, terrific.
It's because he flew to Houston and left our microphones at Katie French's house.
Wasn't that 15 minutes before the show, though?
Yeah, that's when I write all the jokes. So, you know, they're not going to be great. All right, guys. Japan has successfully landed robot rovers on an asteroid surface. They plan to bring back samples so we can further study the makeup of Alex Hooper's face. That's a joke about a guy who hasn't even been on the podcast.
Bizarre choice you just made.
And nobody really know. You know, I wrote a bunch of bad ones thinking like, well, you know, I'll
did the
fix them
exact
up
same thing.
before the show,
Yeah.
and I just didn't do it.
I did a lot of like writing bad ones and then being like, it'll be funny because it's bad.
Yeah.
You know when you do that and then it's
Yeah.
never true?
You
works
wrote the
sometimes.
jokes, which is
Yeah,
more than
let's
a
do
lot
it.
of people could say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you want to do one?
Oh, yeah, here's one of the bad ones.
You're
Let's
like,
do
oh,
it.
no.
Yeah, fuck. A New Zealand grocery store chain has removed a brand of Australian strawberries from their stores after finding needles in them. Where'd they get those strawberries? A haystack?
I could not bad that.
I love it.
I hate how much.
That's based on a popular aphorism where Dave's from, which was, yeah, you fucking gaylord, you couldn't find a strawberry in a haystack.
Like, I feel like that joke had to end with good.
That guy. You ever tell a joke and then ruin it by laughing at your own joke too much?
Yeah, every week on this podcast. It's 100% of what I do.
Dude, I remember the first big laugh I ever got was in a Spanish final in college in a huge lecture hall. There were like 500 people in there. I mean, that wasn't amongst my friends. The like proctor like explained the whole thing, and we all had like our blue book closed. And he was like, "All right, time started. Everybody, open your books." I opened it up and I said very loudly, "What the fuck? This isn't English." And it destroyed the whole room. But I was so happy that I got a big laugh that I more audibly went,
Oh, man.
"It's a nightmare." Everyone was like, "Jesus
One step short
fucking
of just-
Christ."
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
one, Dave.
You just fucking just got down on your knee to propose. You just shit your pants. You know, I love that.
That rules.
All right, Tom.
All right. A banana shipment contained $18 million in cocaine. Huge disappointment to all the people out there trying to snort bananas. Ha, cha, cha,
I
cha.
just love how high your eyebrows went.
Oh yeah,
I gotta sell it.
I got a worse one for that same story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
Are we
too.
going to have a Mexican bat off?
Sure, yeah.
A
Or
woman
as we
gave
call it, immigration. Am I right?
Oh,
Come on.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh.
A woman gave birth in a Burger King bathroom while overdosing on heroin. The Mean Boys podcast is thrilled to welcome my new baby brother.
We're only 33 reviews away, I think. All right, guys. $18 million worth of cocaine was seized inside a large donations of bananas meant for prisoners. This is the biggest blow yet to the underground drug trafficking network of Joaquin El Chimbo Guzman.
Dude, oh my God.
That sucks so bad.
I don't get
El
it.
First you get the
Chimbo.
bananas, then you throw the poop, then you get the
That was.
You could skip the poop, but it's kind of our thing. We love that shit.
Making it not just El Chimbo, but Joaquin El Chimbo Guzman makes it 4% better. It's still very bad.
Who's Guzman?
But El Chapo.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he was El Chapo.
No, he's got a.
Well, yeah, his first name is not L.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. I failed out of everything.
You failed out of modern drug trafficking history class.
Failed out of understanding what a name is 101.
I failed out of Sean Penn YouTube video 100.
Does El Chapo just mean the chap?
I don't know that you're wrong, but that seems wrong.
Yeah, couldn't begin to tell you. All right.
I don't know. You took a Spanish final.
I also have a bananas joke, and I fucking can't wait to do it. This is the dumbest thing. All right. The Texas Department of Justice found $18 million of cocaine in a shipment of bananas that was donated to Texas prisons. The shipment was seized, but the bigger problem is that prisoners love bananas. Riots have broken out across Texas prisons, led by inmates demanding bananas. Now colloquially referred to as the banana riots, thousands of hunger strikes and tiny rebellions are popping up as a result of the prison banana famine. One inmate was quoted as saying, "I gotta have my bananas." Another said, "In prison, it's either bananas or murder, and I'm all out of bananas." Corrections officials are scrambling to restock pantry shelves with bananas, but they're coming up short. They're coming up shorter than a small banana. I can only think of one word to describe this bananas fiasco: crazy. It's crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Holy fucking shit.
All right. I'm fired. Dave, you're in permanently.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. All I know is after this episode, I want any horny female listener to refer to their horniness as banana famine.
Justin Bieber was seen acting like he was on drugs while interacting with fans. Damn, sounds like he snorts too many bananas.
That was
Okay.
crazy.
A college-bound football player has been marked ineligible to play because he is homeless. Furthermore, Fox 29, based out of Detroit, reported that they found a lot of bananas in his cardboard box. I'm just going to try to make them all about bananas.
I know, that's the problem. I have non-banana jokes, and they're not funny, and nothing's going to be funnier than that.
I've debated writing 5 banana jokes, and I didn't. I'm really upset about it right now. Do we skip you, Keith?
What's up? Oh, I don't care, but
Okay.
yeah. Let's do this one. Scientists have discovered octopuses respond positively to high doses of ecstasy. The study was conducted by the Japanese Institute of Upsetting Pornography Research. Yeah, get those octopuses hella horny. Man, I miss the banana shit.
Yeah. You on Molly was kind of octopussian. I mean, you're just touching everything.
Yeah,
like,
me on Molly was just really making everyone afraid for that cat.
just fucking maximum Keith, because you're already just horny and affable. You know, like
I just like to chill and fuck. That's my whole deal.
yeah.
Yeah, that cat was... I don't think that cat was having a good time.
I don't think anyone was having a great time.
Because if you pet a cat, no matter how experienced you are in cat handling, when you take Molly, you're giving that cat retard pets. Like, that's just how it goes down.
100%.
It's just backwards. It's just, you know.
Now, put yourself in my shoes, not knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
I forgot you didn't go on tour with us, Dave.
I feel like... Okay, here's the thing. I feel
Keith
like
took Molly in Ann Arbor.
I took Molly and I pet a cat. That's all. That's all. you needed.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
We partied too hard on Detroit, and Keith did a lot of Molly, and I did an edible and ate an entire cake.
Sure. Yeah.
It's very important to remind you, you ate someone's wedding cake.
I ate
And then
half.
you shit on a dufful bag of cake the next day.
I ate 2 halves of different cakes. One was like a
Speedball,
fruit.
you know?
Yeah.
Really fucking-
It was like a fruit.
That's a Jim Belushi.
What was this? They were both delicious. One was like a berry cream cake. Another one was a peanut
Just a
butter
banana.
cake. Yeah.
No, Tom's never remembered anything he said while high. No, but he knows exactly the makeup of the cakes.
It was, no, I could have killed myself eating that much cake.
All right, here. A snake that literally has 2 separate heads was discovered in Virginia. Scientists do not know how this happened, but they do know that it's my dick.
Oh yeah, Dave. I forgot to plug your very famous Reddit AMA that you did about having a two.
Oh, yeah,
two-headed
that was me,
snake
that was
dick.
me.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know. Damn. What are snakes if not the bananas of the reptile kingdom? I mean, right, guys?
They shed their skin. They're shaped like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
Waffle House customers were confronted by police when they brought a snake into the restaurant. Officer Samuel L. Jackson states, "I'm sick of the tired of these motherfucking snakes not passing the motherfucking syrup." All right, it was bad. I took a swing and
Yeah, you know, Snake's always rude at diners.
I just didn't.
Not great patrons. That's what no one ever talks about with Snake.
I also don't see like it's a Waffle House. Just bring the fucking snake in.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. People
Yeah.
that I'm sure the Times Square snake guy stops into the McDonald's bathroom and they just don't deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. A Minnesota state representative withdrew from his re-election race after his daughter accused him of molesting her for more than a decade. He said in a statement to the press he would be, quote, suspending his campaign to spend more time with his family.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a solid. That girl got molested, Joe.
Bananas.
Joe Biden urged senators to treat Brett Kavanaugh's sexual assault accuser better than they treated Anita Hill. Senators responded by saying, quote, of course we will, she's white.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, the
Commentary.
system.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg just released his daily schedule and diet, which includes 3 hours of working out every day and eating 3 turkey burgers, 10 turkey meatballs, a protein shake, a New York steak, and fish. This, of course, just confirms what you can tell just looking at him. He is a fucking douche.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, where he just, the Wahlberg itinerary.
It said that he wakes up at 2:30 in the morning and goes to bed at 7:30.
That's
Just
terrifying.
like, what?
Yeah.
That's like what a murderer does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, unless you are, like, working online for a company in Sweden, don't do that.
Yeah, totally. Like, I just like to stay on Alaska time.
You're always on edge and terrifying.
He's got his own time zone, just at MST. You know?
Wahlberg time.
Have you guys
Yeah.
been to Wahlburger?
No.
It's terrible.
Sure.
No way.
Yeah, he's an
It's the
actor.
worst.
Yeah, I like that you thought it was going to be good.
He's not a chef.
Yeah.
I like the idea that everyone who works there is just Mark Wahlberg.
Well, I thought it might be because
20
he's not the
marks.
one cooking
Who
it.
would
I
have thought
guess
a
it's like
restaurant based around a pun and nothing else wouldn't be great?
Not one person in that family had ever seen the concept of beef before they opened that.
Yeah, I mean, at least Bubba Gum Shrimp Factory, there is a legacy of shrimp passion in the Gump.
It's fictional
Bubba
shrimp,
family,
though. It's
you
not
know?
The shrimp is, they give you actual shrimp.
Yeah, they give you
not a hologram.
The legacy is
They
fictional.
don't give you a page of dialogue that describes shrimp. Just, do you want to read the words
fucking,
about...
Bubba doesn't even describe how to make the shrimp. He just fucking keeps listing off finished products. of shrimp.
no, because
There's
then
no
you give away
actual
a secret
evidence.
recipe. It wouldn't be financially viable. We could just make our own shrimp at home.
Well, we can make our own burger. People buy burgers.
This is like an argument like the two fun guys who worked at Blockbuster. And
This is a cutscene from Clerks before they settled on the Death Star contractors run. You know, whose turn is it?
Tom.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Bill Cosby is fighting the sexually violent criminal tag he is receiving in prison. He is defending himself, saying, "I'm more of a sleep alchemist of the baby maker."
Okay.
That was a...
First of all, Sleep Alchemist of the Baby Maker is an anime.
Yeah, that's like what happens when you Google translate the title of Spirited Away.
I wrote that
Second
joke.
of all,
It's like,
why-
maybe if I could sell the Bill Cosby accent, it would work.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
it
just
really-
sound...
It sounded like Andrew Dice Clay, my dude.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I can't do accents.
All right, I do enjoy that now that you've been podcasting on the bed that you just deliver all of these in repose, like you're being painted for some
Yeah,
kind
paint
of
me like a real comedian.
yeah, like a husky centerfold.
You look like a shitty Roman king.
Yeah, like you're dressing up like George when he does his glamour
For
shots.
whatever reason, when I just sit on your bed, it hurts my back.
No.
So if I lean back like a cool guy,
That's
now
what you
I'm
think is happening.
Yeah, I'm a cool guy, man.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
This is how a
what
cool
you look
guy.
like is like you did too many drugs at the party and you're trying to
I
keep
just
it
look
together.
like that, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, guys. State health officials in Maine have barred a restaurant from getting lobsters high on marijuana before boiling them alive. I've heard of a baked lobster, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
Get out of your room.
Yeah, that's fair.
A teacher was fired for videotaping a kindergarten fight club. The teacher was quoted as saying, "The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is no juice boxes before nap time. The third rule is something about a banana."
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, I don't feel good about this.
Okay.
That's
But I wrote it and you have to, you know? I don't know. I feel like we all right.
Yeah.
Christine Blasey Ford has now agreed to testify in an open Senate hearing this Thursday about her sexual assault by Brett Kavanaugh 35 years ago. Man, talk about a throwback Thursday.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's so Shit.
Fuck him.
Talk about follow me to my car Friday. A man crushed me Monday. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. That's we don't have to keep going.
Yeah, this is gonna get way worse real quick.
You know, Dave hasn't given up on his career like we have. He's got hope.
Tom, you got anything?
I am trying. I think I accidentally deleted my folder. I'm trying to find
Oh,
it.
you do this so often.
I did that. This is the first time in a long time.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
None of us have stepped in to help him. We're just gonna awkwardly make him sweat. Here, I'll do another shitty joke while he's figuring it out. Where is it? Yeah, I have one more. A woman opened fire at a Rite Aid. Police say they're glad the shooter was female, as it resulted in only 70% of the fatalities of a real shooting.
Hey.
There
There we go. All
I
right.
realized probably should have said male shooting and not real.
All right. How about this one? A New Mexico woman is suing Samsung for $1.8 million after one of their phones got stuck in her vagina. Fellas, I've heard of a booty call, but this is ridiculous.
We need to retire that this is ridiculous.
Over my dead body, Keith.
This is
You're leaning in
ridiculous.
too hard, my dude.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Should have.
All right, Tom, this is all on you.
Oh, this is not a good joke. I found it though. I should get
okay.
partial credit
Absolutely not.
for finding the thing.
You did the bare minimum of your job poorly.
Yes, but I deserve credit.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. Tell the joke.
A man set his daughter's wheelchair on fire with his daughter in it. Upon questioning, he said, "Okay, fine, she's not faking it."
I liked it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, he's like, I keep getting to call this fucking van company. All right, let's get to the bottom of it. All right, do you have one more, Dave?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that was.
that was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we did 5.
Well, guys, we did it.
I
Here's the
did
best
5.
part about the Mexican joke of it always goes on 7 minutes longer than probably should.
Hell yeah. We have lost momentum, but we'll be right back with some more shit right after this.
Hey, Laura,
Yeah, Sam?
what is this?
Oh, it's one of those lamps. I found it at a garage sale.
I think it says something.
Sam, oh my God.
Ah!
Oh, 10,000 years will give you such a crink in the neck. Oh, boy, does it feel good to be out of there. All right, you two, what are your names? Where are you from?
Sam.
Laura?
Sam and Laura. I love it. Sam and Laura, maybe we combine your names. Some sort of Brangelina deal. Maybe Sora or Lamb. I don't know. Lamb sounds like one of those goat-looking dogs, doesn't it? Woof, woof. Shave me.
Sam, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I've never had a couple as my masters before.
We're your masters?
That's right. And you get 3 wishes. 3 strikes and you're out. It's like baseball, but of wishes.
Well, we're pretty normal people. We're pretty all right with our lives, I think. It isn't much, but we manage. I don't know what we
It's
need.
not a problem. You have to have wishes for me to go back to sleep. 3 big ones. Let's hear them.
All right. Well, I wish we had our own place in the suburbs, not an area with foot traffic, 4 bedrooms, white picket fence, kind of place you might raise a kid someday.
Poof, done. It's right there down Downing Lane. Give you a guest house and everything, even a pool in the backyard.
I wish we were married.
Done and done. Here's the certificate. Enjoy your time together till death do you part, so on and so forth. Thank you for inviting me to the reception. Put me on the chair.
What else do we need? Money?
I mean, we aren't poor. Let's not be greedy.
Maybe something for Mom and Dad.
Oh, that could be good, but what? They're pretty content, too.
Look at you lovebirds calling each other's parents mom and dad already.
Well, there are Mom and Dad. I mean, Dad does like to snowboard, and maybe a permanent lift pass? No, something better than that. What should we do, Sam? I don't know.
I'll tell you what, kids. You can keep me around for a while until you figure it out. Whoa, wait a minute. What? Hang on. I thought you two were married.
We are.
But you're brother and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's not cool.
It's fine now, though. We have a discreet house, and finally we're married. Couldn't have ever happened without you.
Oh, please, stop talking.
We got one more wish, right?
Yes, you do. Now listen to me. This is very important. Yes, you do. Now listen to me. This is very important. You need to wish you will never be able to get pregnant. You cannot have a kid together. It will be fucked up. Look at my parents. They were both gods and cousins, and now I'm a fucking genie.
I mean, you're probably right.
Please wish to never get pregnant.
I would like a new hat, though.
You cannot be serious.
Oh, like the tough guy hat with the puppy?
They were out of stock.
You have to make sure you don't have a baby.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a new hat.
No!
Oh, I got the hat.
Oh my God, it's great. Can I borrow it sometime?
Yeah, of course, baby.
Sam, we should have wished for 2 hats.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
There's no law keeping you two from voting. And the Mean Boys Podcast returns to play around one of our favorite games. Which of the following? Rules of this game very simple. I'm going to give you a category, 4 things. 1 of them I made up. 3 of them are real. You guys got to figure out which one is the fake one.
It's like Sesame Street.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an all-suicide one in honor of suicide buddies.
I love suicide.
Yeah, don't we all,
Yeah.
man? Fucking rules,
Man,
dude.
one of them, Blondie, a lot of forgotten CBGB bands.
Favorite hobby.
Television was pretty good.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, round 1, this is just
But
about...
Bruce Springsteen actually wrote State Trooper after he heard the Frankie Teardrop. A lot of people don't know. This is me as your dad in 10 years, just bothering people at my daughter's graduation
Yeah, I just
party.
feel like that's so many people I already know.
Yeah.
In comedy. Oh, yeah. Everyone in comedy has a lot of music opinions.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm just gonna be straight
They're
up.
all wrong, but they are
They're all wrong.
I can't wait to get to the phase of my life where it's just light beer, cargo shorts, and tidbits.
You
Yeah,
can do
totally.
that now.
Sounds great.
Yeah, yeah, so yeah.
Sounds
We
so
have
chill.
a Kyle Clark. You could be that yesterday, dude.
No, I'm good. There's already too much of that to go around.
You're going to be a dad.
I know.
Yeah.
Tom, don't fucking say that like you're going to teach me how to bend a spoon in the Matrix.
He's kind of saying it like he's going to impregnate you.
Be a dad.
I'm going to lay a weird
Yeah, I
pod
thought
baby
that
in
meant you had a kid on the way, and I just got more scared than I've ever been.
Oh, yeah. No.
Imagine that if somebody had to come to their father's home and it was this.
It was this, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see I have a Chewbacca bandolier of condoms over there because I am not ready to bring a life into this world.
Round number 1. Which of the following is not a real way somebody killed themselves? A, an Indian man let an elephant step on his head. B, a dude tied his dick to a tree and then used it to castrate himself. C, a man put a lit stick of dynamite under his top hat and blew up his head. Or D, a guy ate a whole Bible.
I think it's B.
Ooh, I'm thinking the dynamite one because this might be stupid, but I feel like there wouldn't be enough oxygen inside the top hat. You know, I guess
think,
you'd have to have a
you're
short
right.
fuse.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
I think there would be
Oh, that's
plenty of-
interesting.
You know, like just like
I
going
thi-
purely on physics.
I don't think that like weird method of castration would necessarily kill you, even if you like bled a lot.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
ways that could go wrong, though. You don't know how
Yeah.
much.
I mean, if it goes right,
out.
it's still the wrongest.
Well, if you're the,
right.
if you're the kind of
Oh,
guy,
no, it's a botched castration.
well, yeah, if you're the kind of guy to get castrated by a fucking ant, I don't think you also have access to like the medical care or a cell phone to call 911.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say dynamite top hat.
All right, we got that.
I'm still going castration.
The
You're
visual of that
castration.
looks like it's from a cartoon. I wouldn't love to see that, but it would
Dynamite
be
top hat, by the way, is a band T-shirt that Dave just doesn't own yet.
Yeah.
He's working.
What's-
Oh, yeah.
What was D again?
D was a man ate a whole Bible.
Oh, I want that to be real.
I don't think that'll kill you, though. You know.
That's a lot of books.
Have you ever-
you know it'll kill you if you read it. Am I right, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
Eating foreign objects can. Did he like cut it like with a steak knife?
I mean, it wasn't. They didn't talk about condiments or anything. It just he sat down and ate a Bible and then he was dead.
I'm gonna go with that. I just don't know. Like if you're cutting up a Bible, that's. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
I like Tom. Like when I eat a book, all right, I throw it in the Vitamix with some
Also,
coconut
tell
water.
me more about the knife.
Yeah.
Here's what I like. Who currently has the knife and are willing to negotiate?
Can I get
Yeah.
this knife?
I would be willing to trade up to and including a lesser knife.
Now, serrated or non-serrated? Because you're going to create a lot of.
What I also enjoy is that I spoiled the answer saying specific details from the article, and you still picked that one. The correct answer was A, the elephant one is the fake.
No way.
Yeah,
No way.
That tied his dick to a tree thing. It's amazing because it was like he pulled the tree down. It was like a bendy tree, tied his dick, and then just let the tree slingshot his dick to elsewhere.
Whoa.
And it just ripped it off. It's a creative
Wait, so he had like a thing tied around it, and then he was like chopping it down like a lumberjack and making some kind of like forest
yeah,
dick
it was like,
trebuchet.
yeah, it was like, yeah, exactly. Somewhere like 50 yards away, a dick just like hit a rabbit.
It just landed in one of those.
Right after the
Whoa,
rabbit said, "I don't think this day could get any worse."
I knew I took the wrong left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, round number 2. Bud Dwyer is that the government guy who famously killed himself on national television. Which of the following is not a real?
Wait, that's a thing that happened?
Yeah, you don't know about
Oh
this?
yeah. Do you know
No.
that song "Hey Man, Nice Shot" by Filter?
No.
You do,
Okay,
you
what's
just don't
about
know the name
him?
of
You've
it.
heard it probably.
Yeah. Okay, so which of the following is not a piece of merchandise you can buy with a picture of Bud Dwyer killing himself on
Oh
it?
my God.
Oh.
A, a tote bag. B, an iPhone case. C, a onesie for a baby. Or D, a mini skirt.
The onesie's got to be real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too good.
iPhone case feels not. Because I feel like Apple would find out about that and be like, don't associate yourselves with us.
Maybe they could just be like, it's a coaster that happens to fit on an iPhone.
What?
You
Yeah, I
know,
don't
you know
think
they do that like it's a paperweight. It's brass knuckles.
Wait,
you know?
when
I don't think you have to get Apple sanctioned because like every mall has like that.
Ask
weird
your
kiosk
Switchblade
where they're
friend.
selling bootleg
Yeah.
iPhone cases.
when did this dude kill himself?
It was like the
Wasn't it
70s, right?
80s,
Okay.
I would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say miniskirt.
Okay. Miniskirt.
I'm going to go onesie, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough material to get the full brain matter spray. You know?
I'm gonna go with the iPhone case just because, like, I feel like they didn't have iPhones in the '70s. Well, full logic.
Well, yeah. You can only put stuff on an iPhone case that happened after the iPhone.
Well, it seems like it was
that's why there's
more-
never been an iPhone case with the Mona Lisa or
guessing
Andy
the
Warhol's
Dwyer boom
banana on
happened in
it.
the
I don't know
70s and
anything about
80s.
World War II
The
because they didn't have
boom,
Wikipedia
you know, when
back
everyone
then.
cashed in on Bud Dwyer merch.
Yeah, I like now it's
Every
it's
kiosk in America had a Bud Dwyer koozie
which one did you end
and
up
fanny
picking?
pack.
the iPhone case.
iPhone case. Correct answer was the baby onesie. Dave's on the board.
Oh, damn.
The skirt is real weird.
That
You tell
would
the lady,
be
'cause it's supposed to be like a
crazy.
sexy lady like outfit.
Uh-huh.
But I can't imagine seeing like that bald man blowing his head off and be like, "Well, I'm ready to fuck."
Hey, here's what I can't imagine: you seeing a girl wearing that skirt and falling in love immediately.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, I
That's you.
guarantee you'll get a message from someone with a link to buy a skirt with with Bud Dwyer's face on it.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Somebody's buying this for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Round number 3. Which of the following is not a conspiracy as to how Kurt Cobain really died?
Oh,
A.
okay.
Was assassinated by the CIA for anti-American messaging in his music. B. Was killed by a hitman hired by Dave Grohl over a financial dispute. C. Was a lizard person and, realizing the FBI was closing in, took his own life. Or D. Impregnated himself with his own clone, then murdered the clone to fake his own death.
I
I'm
think it's
going
the Dave
D.
Grohl one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that that's real.
I've
going
heard
D.
that. Yeah, I've heard a comedian tell me about that theory.
About the Dave
The
Grohl
Dave
theory?
Grohl
Oh,
one,
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
But he's also crazy. He could have made it up himself.
He could have just coincidentally made up the same thing that Keith did.
Yeah. It wouldn't.
Yeah, it was this new comedian, Dave Grohl. Wait a minute.
You oughta.
He also was mad at that Dave didn't play guitar with him or something. I don't remember what he was saying.
Like
So he had-
him being on a first-name basis with Dave Grohl.
So he had beef with Dave Grohl.
He did.
He was
was
like
the
Dave
D
Grohl's
answer?
stan. He's like, Dave, I wrote you, but you still ain't.
He was impregnated himself with his own clone and then murdered the clone to fake his own death.
I just like the guy that thinks that Kurt Cobain has cloning technology.
I know, like what
You
a
know?
weird. Yeah, why would he have access
Like,
to this?
well, there's a bunch of fetuses on the incesticide comp, so I got to figure that means that he has access to some we didn't.
All right, so we got the Dave Grohl pick. What do you got?
I'm picking the clone one.
I'm going D. It's the only one I haven't heard.
All right, well, whoever you said told you that Dave Grohl one was full of shit because that's the one I made up.
No
he,
way.
He was on drugs.
Yeah, what? No, really? Somebody you associated with? Was
I 100% know who you're referring to, by the way.
who I'm thinking of?
I don't think it is who you guys are
Is
thinking
it the
of.
guy who's been on the podcast?
No.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I think that we're being vague. Like Keith Ray would be weird that we implied he had done a drug.
Yeah, no, yeah. It would
And not like that's most of what his body is comprised of at this point.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Keith Ray.
All right.
I was
and-
guessing it was Pat Reagan because I know he loves Dave Grohl.
Oh, that does seem like some paranoid shit.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't think he'd talk shit on Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean,
You,
yeah. Why wouldn't you
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
shit on
yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Grohl? Like, who cares?
All right, last one. Round number 4. Which of the following is not a story of somebody who tried to kill themselves and failed in a hilarious way? A. A woman jumped off the same cliff into the ocean and was rescued by the Coast Guard 50 times. B. A man survived not 1, not 2, but 3 consecutive shotgun wounds. C. A Russian man jumped off his balcony but survived by landing on a 7-year-old girl who was walking by. or is they got the only trampoline in Moscow. Or D. A woman shot herself but missed her heart because as she pulled the trigger, she was attacked by a dog.
Sounds like A to me. A sounds way too extreme.
what was A?
50 times. It's
Yeah,
like that's
he
like
kept
you
jumping off
forgot
the
to
same
turn off
cliff.
God mode in your life.
She
you
kept
know?
jumping off the same cliff and getting rescued by the Coast Guard.
I want to
50
know where the shotgun dude was shooting himself. Was he
Well, how do
just
they
trying
keep-
to
how
blow
does she
off
keep
his
getting
foot
back
3
there? At a
times?
certain
Like,
point,
It's like super common actually for people to shoot themselves and not die. It's like almost happens more than it working.
Well, like Michael
More
Costa has that
evidence
bit where you're supposed to
backing
put the
up-
gun in your mouth or also just blow off your jaw, right?
Yeah, like he says,
Let's not give tips
people
on that.
put it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
don't do any of this.
More evidence that Kurt Cobain was murdered by somebody. He was on heroin and fucking shot his head off with his toe. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, Tom.
Like just leaving you in the silence of what you've done.
Courtney Cox or whatever the fuck her name
Yeah,
was.
Courtney
Yep, Monica.
Courtney Cox.
Monica did it.
yes.
She said, "You're taking Rachel's hairstyle, and I'm not having it. All right, we're trying to go to syndication, grunge boy."
Kurt, you and I are going to Cougar Town.
I gotta go sully Bill Lawrence's reputation. Get a paper bag full of money from Courtney Love, the other Courtney.
What was C&D?
C&D. C was the Russian man jumped off the balcony, landed on a 7-year-old girl. D was a lady who was going to shoot herself, but then as she pulled the trigger, she got attacked by a dog.
I'm gonna go dog.
Okay, we got dog. You're going with Cliff?
No, I think
Or you going with
I'm going with A. Yeah,
Okay.
Cliff.
I'm going with shotgun.
correct answer? Shotgun one.
No way.
Yeah, he survived the first two. Last one
I
took
see.
him down. Yeah, we
Man.
had to
50
walk.
times. Do you know more about that 50 times woman?
It was like this lady in England, and she just kept jumping off the same cliff. And the Coast Guard just kind of kept being like, "Hey, don't do that." But there's nothing they could really do.
Yeah.
You can't. They like put like a restraining order on the beach for her. Like she wasn't allowed to go to the beach.
But she went anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
what are you gonna do? Like she's like, I'm trying to kill myself.
I'm trying to kill myself.
Yeah, and I guess there was like a whole thing with like the Coast Guard there where they were like, should we just kind of let this lady do this at this point? Because like someone's gonna drown trying to rescue her, and that's gonna suck.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like a 6-foot cliff or something?
I mean, I don't have. It seemed like it was like a kill you ass cliff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's that.
Yeah.
We'll be
Should
right
have
back.
joined a diving team.
What's up?
She should have joined a diving team or something. Like, that's fucking crazy. She survived.
Were you
that
just
many
like,
times.
this
I can't
woman
wait-
definitely didn't want to die.
I can't wait
Because
for
if
the
she-
Tom Goss suicide hotline where it's just have you thought about
a diver.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're I know you're mad at your head or whatever, but maybe take it off your head before you boom it. You know, just food for thoughts.
Look, here's the thing. If you're going to kill yourself, maybe instead give me the knife.
I got a PO box. You know,
It's just a knife. A no questions asked knife deposit. People leave knives under
Yeah.
your bed like unwanted children at the fire station.
I thought it was weird that Tom took that job with the TSA until I saw the Rubbermaid tin full of knives he brought home from work.
I remember the psych ward one time. I told the psych nurse. I forgot how it came up. I was like, I'd be a suicide hotline person. He's like, in no way should you ever have that.
Well, I think you were like, I'm ready to help others as you're in the psych hospital.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll be right back with your questions, guys. Yeah,
Nice, dude.
broadcasting.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, we look into the rise and fall of one of children's television's biggest stars, exploring the life, legacy, and descent of the second most popular dinosaur on television of the early 90s, BJ the Dinosaur from Barney and Friends.
So tell me, BJ, how did you get involved in the television show Barney?
I don't know, man. I was a kid. My mom was always sending me out on auditions trying to cling on to anything I did because she's a fucking bitch.
I see. Did you land any roles before your time on Barney?
Yeah, man, it wasn't good. None of it got released. I did a commercial for Honey Nut Cheerios, but then they gave it to that fucking hack job fucking B instead. My commercial got axed because they wanted that wingback honey-hoarding glorified fly to make the commercial because they shit honey or whatever the fuck they do. Fucking cocksucker.
Uh-huh.
When we first looked into BJ's life, we expected stories of blankies, songs, and maybe an exploration into the imagination. What we found instead shocked us.
You first got the role when you were 7. Do you remember your first interaction with Barney?
Yeah, I first met Barney when we were shooting my first episode, and he was so cool on the episode. And then after the shoot, he just turned to me and said, "Hey, BJ, you're my bitch now. We're cool on set because that's the job, but offset, you hold my pocket. You hold my pocket, and you fucking smile doing it, not because I'm the star and you're some kid, and this is my show, but because you're a veggie-eating bitch, and I'm a real dinosaur who eats people. And if I'm not wearing pants, you buy me pants and hold the pocket because you're my bitch."
And then what happened?
We sang Head, Shoulder, Knees, and Toes, and then Baby Bop and me snored Xanax she stole from the producer. He was a cold-hearted hoe off camera.
Do you think these threats were sincere?
Yeah, man, Barney was a fucking criminal before the show. He was in prison.
For what? What did he do?
He ate an entire kindergarten class. Burger King was under construction, and he freaked out and ate an entire fucking kindergarten class. Only reason he didn't get life is police contaminated evidence on the crime scene. That dude loved Burger King. If he didn't have it his way, some unexpected school was going to have a lighter yearbook, that's for sure.
One of the most concerning moments was hearing about how BJ continued his life after the show ended.
After the show, I just felt fucking lost, dude. I started doing coke and then got hooked on meth and switched over to Downer, started shooting heroin, and that's why my horn's all fucked up. It's got really bad. I blew a pterodactyl for a bag of Velociraptor tranquilizer. Didn't even get me high, just kept me from killing myself. And the whole time I was sitting there sucking this bullshit bird's bitch's dick going, what am I doing? This flappy fuck isn't a dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur. I'm a fucking dinosaur. I am a fucking dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur sucking a bird's dick for D-level sedatives that used to be a star. I used to suck a T-Rex dick for a spot on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now I'm getting this fucking giant parakeet off on George Clooney's star. It should have been mine. I'm a fucking dinosaur. Fuck you, George. Did you sing to children? Nah, because you're goddamn fucking salad, you Ocean's 11 shithead. I swallowed 11 oceans of cum on your goddamn name, and you wouldn't call me back because I relapsed. I'm a fucking dinosaur.
I see. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, just remember I have prejudice against any dinosaur with wings, fins, or Cambodian people. And the kids from Stranger Things should keep in mind this will all be them someday.
Oh, the Mean Boys Podcast returns, and it's time to answer your questions. Listen to your voicemails in the Mean Boys mailbag.
It's a Mean Boys mailbag. Fuck everything. God is dead. Send us an email or give us a call. Have you ever heard the one about keeping the dog? It's a motherfucking Mean Boys mailbag.
That's where our jingle goes. All right, Harry Moore writes, hey, Mean Boys, when are you going to have Randall Maynard on as a guest? Hopefully when I'm out of town. That would be my time to do that.
Yeah. He agreed to do it, but he also clearly is not done being mad at you.
Well, here's my thing with that guy. I've tried having fun with him. I've tried being nice to him. I've tried being mean. He's impossible.
Yeah, Connor is in like a years-long feud at this point with some guy who does graphics at crack.com.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
like-
know who that is.
Yeah, like they got in like near a fist fight the last time they did a podcast
Exactly, Dave. All right. No, I think he's a fine guy. He's funny. You know, he's cool. But we just don't like each other.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Yeah, that
We're
is
two
fine.
adults that don't enjoy being around each other, and periodically we'll do a podcast with Adam for publicity's sake. You know, for our friend Adam. But I don't. If I saw him at Starbucks, I wouldn't say hi. And I don't think he would.
I'm willing to make this deal right now if you are. If we get to Snark Week, if we get over on the Patreon goal, we bring him in for one of the Snark Week episodes.
I don't care. Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh,
I mean,
that would be a
Cool.
perfect time.
Sorry, I don't
to
know
do
if
it.
this means anything today.
I have no interest in this.
We're
but
speaking
I mean,
in code.
yeah. So you fuck with fall/pumpkin food/alcohol products? If so, what are your favorites? That comes from Queef Carey, one of my favorite people who just made a Twitter that tweet us things. Yeah, I don't know. Not really.
Absolutely.
No, I don't really.
I don't really dig
Really?
it. No.
I don't hate it. It's not like, and I'm not one of those people that's like, what is this bullshit? I do love that about comedy. There's like a whole subsect of comedians that are like, what is this pumpkin spice crap? And you're like, what do you care?
Like, what is this?
What, you enjoy a flavor, you fucking pussy?
Yeah, dude.
Everything should taste like nothing.
I like
tweeted from
you know what I
phone
mean?
made by a slave.
We
This
all
is the
like-
biggest problem.
We all like something that's not the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. It's like,
Yeah.
shut up.
No, I honestly, when it starts feeling folly and they got pumpkin shit, I fucking
You're
love
big
it.
on pumpkin. I get
A
it.
pumpkin. Yeah, it's terrific.
Well, you are what you eat. You know, that's what they always say. That's why, well, you're a big
That's why
pumpkin.
he has all those knives for just a series of jack-o'-lanterns.
yeah.
Cut to me wearing a banana suit.
Well, I feel
Pumpkin
like
seeds,
that's like my
so
thing with
good.
Thanksgiving food. It's like, well, the reason we have it once a year is because that's the amount you want to eat any of that shit. You know, like pumpkin pie is good one time a year. Like
No,
Yeah.
pumpkin pie is great.
no one wants to have pumpkin pie in fucking April. I guess you guys do.
Yeah.
But.
Pumpkin anything is good if you make it right. Pumpkin's delicious.
And then the
Don't
newspaper
fuck with my
newspaper
pumpkins.
spins up and it says Tom Goss endorses pumpkin genocide. Tom Goss, big fan of the Green Goblin's killings of unarmed women in the streets of New York.
Oh gosh, pumpkin Hitler question.
What are you looking forward to with the upcoming midterm elections?
Yeah, I mean,
This is clearly the podcast of people who need to talk about deep cut politics.
Yeah. Welcome to Chapo West, where I explain my smart political leanings to you.
Chimpo Trap House.
Chimpo. I'll do the Chapo, but they're all chimps.
Exactly,
We're doing a reading series where we throw poop at a book. It's going to be great. Well, anyway, I tweeted the N-word, but it was ironic, and no one got what I was trying to say. No, that's not even them. But, I don't know. You made that fucking IDK not Trump, though, thing, and that really got out of hand, kind of, right?
yeah.
What are your reflections on that? Because that was just such an interesting. Because you made like a funny political yard sign. That
Yeah, I
said,
just put it up.
like nicely designed, like political graphic looking, and it said IDK not Trump though, and it kind of went viral. And then Urban Outfitters bought it from you, right?
Yeah, they licensed it from me to sell shirts and coffee mugs that said, and it was like, I mean, I didn't make a fuckload. I didn't.
Yeah.
I think it seemed from the outside like I was now a millionaire.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to me, I was like, wow,
you were
good
gonna
for
get,
Dave.
a fur coat helicopter and never.
dude,
speak
I
to
straight up
anyone.
lost a friend because of this. Because he just thought I
sorry.
had all this money and I was being a dick keeping my money to me. At least I think I lost a friend during that period of time, and that's the only thing I can
That's
point
your own-
to.
yeah.
But it was still rad. I made enough money to live off it for 9 months,
Holy
so it was
shit.
the shit.
That
Yeah,
is fucking
For
bananas.
a Photoshop goof,
No
you know?
shit, dude,
That's
totally.
be like if when I made Stormy Daniels, where her head was a Pokemon, and then I bought,
Yeah,
I bought a
exactly.
car.
that was the funny thing. During that period of time, people would be like, would message me and be like, "Dude, how do you like make a shirt that makes money?" And I would be like, "Honestly, dude, like."
It was an accident. Like
Another thing I did was I bought sickentology.org and I made a countdown until September 11th, the year 2420. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
or no, 9/11 a.m. on April 20th. You fucking get it. I did
Yeah.
a bunch of stupid shit, and like one in
And
a
Amazon
million
bought
of
that
them.
for $3.5 million.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
do
yeah.
anything and then you make money.
yeah.
Obviously, no, I did a million things that no one gave a
Look,
shit
here's what
about.
you do: you get high, you learn a few basic computer skills, and
Yeah.
you wait for someone to try to cash in.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I could have run for president if I understood YouTube. It's just about putting yourself out there.
Well, any
Yeah,
creative
well-
endeavor is about like you can't really like pick like, well, this is the thing I will do that will be the big money.
Yeah, you just do
Yeah.
You
shit.
do a bunch
Yeah.
of retarded nonsense.
Well,
and
that's a
eventually
great
something
plan
works,
until
kinda.
Tom goes, okay, what's my social security number again? There's a lot of 8s, but I don't know which one. Or
I
maybe
actually
there's a
have my
B.
social
Do they do
security
letters
number
with it?
memorized.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
actually-
What's your social security number?
I'm not going to say it on a podcast.
Okay, but like we all thought you might.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I would not edit
even
that
you
out.
weren't sure if you were gonna.
I was like, well, maybe Connor would just bleep it out. I'm
No,
like,
we won't
Connor's
have
not
to
going to
do-
bleep it
Not only that, I'm
out.
gonna find it out and I'm gonna put it in here.
What am I looking forward to about the midterm elections? I don't
That's
know.
interesting wording too.
Yeah.
Not,
There's
like-
not
looking
much to
forward
look
to.
forward to, even if you really love elections.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no
it's-
good version of it. There's a worse version, but
There's a
like-
thing I'm hoping will happen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, red wave.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you know,
yeah.
come on.
I'm hoping that Trump becomes emperor.
Yeah. Well,
What I really want to do is
if he
drown
gets-
in
if-
the blood.
if he gets a 2/3 majority, he's immortal. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's how it works. All right. And then he lives on top of the White House with a bunch of fat ladies that he drinks their breast milk.
Yeah,
and-
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and then he drives a monster truck to China.
Mad Max reference.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen 3 movies, Keith.
Fair enough.
I haven't seen that movie.
Nothing will improve. There will be no great collapse. We'll just be systematic. We'll just be less and less free gradually. Things will be more and more expensive, and then so you're just going to wake up in some kind of McDonald's pod.
Yeah.
and they're just going to use your heart to make electricity so kids can play iPhone games.
I'm
That's what's
excited
gonna
to
happen.
know what bad things are going to happen.
There's
it.
Connor's Connor's political take of the week. You're going to be a Matrix battery by the time you're 65. Just enjoy the podcast.
Life is meaningless. The singularity. will
What are
end
you
us
looking
all.
forward to about being a Matrix battery?
Well, I hope I get the strawberry flavored goo that I'm in. 'Cause I don't want the normal or like a pumpkin spice goo.
I hope they let me pick what I listen to, but I imagine you're just going to have to listen to one long Spotify ad when you're in the Matrix battery. You know, it's just going to be. I'm like, I know for Hims is the best place to make my dick big and strong, but goddamn, I'm just trying to listen to Jay-Z and. All right, so ask Dave about his butt fucker theory and why he has never fucked a butt. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes.
What is this?
I'm so happy that someone said that. Yeah, well, because I like.
But put on the tweed jacket. All right.
Yeah, no, totally.
Hey, Ross, professor of butt fuckology.
Yeah.
I started walking around saying to everyone, "Hey, what's up, butt fucker?" Like all the time. First, and I started doing it at first just because that makes me giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, no, that's a really great. I love saying it because everyone's a butt fucker. This is in Hampton. I was saying this to him, and he was like, "No, dude, you're wrong."
Don't fuck butt.
But
I've never fucked a butt.
well, I also have never fucked a butt.
Contraire. Oh no! Oh, aren't you? Well, listen on.
Take my video.
Here's what I'm saying. Even if you have never fucked a butt, you want to.
By the way, I'm picturing a news chyron that just says
Listen.
Dave Ross T-shirt mogul right now here on CNN.
T-shirt mogul.
Yeah, if you've never.
Yeah. I'm just screaming at Rachel Maddow.
Yeah.
No, like, I would say not all, but most people either have fucked a butt, have had their butt fucked, want to fuck a butt, or want to have their butt fucked. It's like, and
Okay.
so I think most people fall into the category of butt fuckers.
That's fair.
The four political ideologies: want to have your butt fucked, don't want to have your butt. Libertarian
Like, really,
and fascist.
How many
It's
people do you
a
think
D&D
they're-
alignment chart for?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm a butt fucker because I've had my butt fucked
Have you had your butt fucked?
with the strap on briefly.
Oh,
yeah.
no shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought I wanted to fuck a butt, and then I had like an opportunity. I was like, I'm gonna keep fucking your vagina. And then,
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Because if you said that, you definitely didn't.
Electronic pirate.
Yo ho, the pussy's fine with me.
It's up in the front and there's no poop in it.
Self-lubricated and such. Cut
Cut to you just singing alone at Walmart.
Yeah, I've been on the giving and receiving end of the butt fuckery, so yeah, I guess that does work.
I have never done either.
Okay.
And I even
But
like,
you want to, though, by your own theory.
I do. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, I also am sort of I sort of negate my theory because I've never asked, and it's never coming up. But I would. I guess it's just like, to me, everyone
haven't you
fucks. What's that?
Why haven't you asked?
I don't know. I've talked about it with people I've dated.
I've never really I don't really want to anymore. I did
thought it
I did
was
when I
over.
was a young guy. You
Yeah,
know?
I did it like once, and I didn't really see the hullabaloo, and then I went a long time without it, and then I kind of got back into the game recently, and I'm like, yeah, let's see what they're talking about.
Yeah. I guess I just would.
Yeah.
If
I feel like
someone
we all
asked me,
fuck.
I guess I would, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty much
Yeah.
everybody fucks.
You fuck.
yeah.
And the butt is one of the places you fuck. So, you know what I mean? Like, you're a butt fucker.
I love
Yeah,
that
I want you to
started
give
this
it-
like it was going to be some great unifying theory.
Yeah, that sounds like
some
some
sort of like fun,
V-signs.
clever twist. You're like, no, because like you can.
I follow
Let me
the
break
logic.
it down for you.
I
You got
follow
a dick,
logic.
right, and then a butt, and then you put a dick in the butt, and then you fuck the butt. You don't want to fuck a butt? What are you, gay? Shut up. Everyone likes
Sidebar,
butt.
it is not that hard to get into a TEDx conference, okay? We don't have to do that much work. Sam Hyde did it. We just get Dave on stage, and he says, "What's up, butt fuckers," with a wireless mic, and then he just goes, he just explains, you do no prep work. You have no PowerPoint presentation. You have just handwritten
Everyone's
notes.
a butt fucker.
Yeah, it's a 3-minute
Listen.
speech, and at which point you're handcuffed and escorted out of the building.
I wanted to have like a Spartacus ending where somebody stands up, I'm a butt fucker. I'm a butt fucker. Until the whole crowd.
When it goes to Robin Williams, I too have fucked a butt. Ooh, what if Bush fucked a butt? Hey,
Oh, my God.
Talking about real fast.
I did 9/11. I got to come in a butt.
Look at me. I'm a butt fucker.
I have a newborn baby girl coming next month, and I have a newborn baby girl coming next month, and my wife is stuck on the name Lillian. What do you guys think we should name her? I'm a nerd, and my wife is Asian, who is also a nerd, so I'm thinking something with Gundam.
You
Wow.
named butt
said
fucker.
You named
know,
that
just
little butt
name her
fucker.
Lillian.
Marcus Guerra.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Well, if
I
you're
like
like-
it. He's like, just so you know, my wife is Asian. Like, we're like, all right, well then name her fucking ping pong. Like, no, I don't
That doesn't have a lot to do with it. Well, who could name an Asian baby Claire? What kind of God would allow?
I feel like Lillian's a good Asian American name. I've met Asian
I mean,
Lillians.
tough for them to say, but I mean, it's
Come on, we all thought it.
Oh, that's actually not what I was thinking at all. I was being genuine.
I think Lillian is a nice name.
Yeah.
I like the name Lucy.
But they're saying
There's
like
my
they don't
pick.
like the name, and they want to come up with a name to counter Lillian that his wife would also like.
Yeah,
is probably what's
Well,
happening.
he's thinking someone with Gundam, and I don't know any female Gundam characters.
Here's my advice: this woman should leave this man.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's like,
Yeah.
let's name our baby after a
Wait,
Japanese fight
Gundam's
robot.
the Korean dancer, right?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, Gundam
Psy. No, Gundam is the robots, the fighting robots.
Yeah, it's one of the 5 things Connor enjoys.
Only G Gundam, but I don't have time to get into that. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just go Lillian, man.
If you're naming if you had a baby, what does the naming process look like?
Butt fucker. You are. I'm just.
You're born, you die. You think about fucking butt, or you get your butt fucked. It's a butt fuck butt world out there, kid.
There are 2 types of people in this world: kid butt fuckers and other butt fuckers.
The way I
Butts-
clarified it with
butts
Hampton
are for
was,
fuckers.
Hampton was like, yeah, but some people don't fuck butts. They just want to get their butt fucked. And I was like, fine. You're either a butt fucker or you're a fucked butter. And I think that's that's true.
There's no way that's not a product at the pleasure chest where it's just like, yeah, it's the residue of sex. So
Fuck
you-
butter.
It's
just
my
smell.
my Ben and
That's what
Jerry's.
Fuck butter is
That's what
cocoa
Keith leaves
butter.
on my mattress when I go out of town and let him
Fucked
sleep
butter.
in my room. The best is when I did a show at a military base and I came home earlier than I thought. And I get back in my room and Keith had just he'd spent the night. I said, when I'm out of town, I'm like, yeah, sleep in the room with the AC or whatever. And I'm like, looking at him, I'm like, what the fuck is this on my? Oh, it's a cock ring. I just touched the cock ring, and I
Wow.
just throw it at Keith in the kitchen. I'm like, remove these things.
Just watching like a mildly greasy piece of steel just rattle around our floor.
I didn't realize you threw it in the kitchen.
Tink, tink.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his bedroom, man.
Yeah, I don't want just like
it could have hit the
flying.
knives and
Yeah.
shit.
I don't want
Hey, keep
flying
your cock
penile
ring away from my
accessories.
knives.
Whoa, dude.
You got cock ring in my knife. You got knife in my cock ring.
Yeah, no, I did. It did look like someone had just beat up a very horny Sonic the Hedgehog. Just fucking, they all stick together. Just a big clump of them. Hey, me boys. Hopefully you aren't sick of King of the Hill questions. We're the #1 King of the Hill podcast on iTunes.
Oh my God, I
there are
did not
rumors
know.
that the show is coming back with Tom Petney and Tom Petney. Who's Tom Petney? Tom Petney and Brittany Murphy dead. How would you write out Lucky and Luann? Fuck everything. God is dead.
They died on 9/11.
Yeah, they died in. Yeah, no, and there's no. Do they reference 9/11 in King of the
Dude,
Hill?
I would kill for a 9/11 episode of King of the Hill. God, I love that show.
Whoa, yeah, man! I just want to hear how
Al Qaeda.
here's my 1-sentence pitch to Fox for bringing back King of the Hill. Hank saying Coachella. That's all you. Oh, Coachella. Like it's just that's enough. That the whole Bobby goes to a music festival episode and Hank has to pick him up because he did some bad coke is going to be Emmy bait.
Oh, my
okay,
God.
guys.
I'm still stuck on Boomhauer being on United 93, though.
Uh,
Man, dang on, let's roll, man.
Talking about my last will and testament. Talking about Stacy, I love you. Dang on, Melinda, love you too. You know, he's still like hoeing even as he's about to die. All right, we got one voicemail at least to play here. All right, let's see what we got. It's a short one. It looks like. All right, here we go.
What's up, Mean Boys? Ian again. What evolution of Eevee do you think is sexiest? Thanks.
Ooh,
Evolution
okay.
of what?
Eevee,
the Pokemon.
You ever
I don't know
Pokemon?
any- No, I don't know anything
that's
about it.
you shouldn't. You're an adult man.
Yeah, Dave's
Okay.
35. I'm
Yeah.
going Umbreon. You know, because I like a goth bitch.
Which one is Umbreon?
The dark one.
You're in like later generation shit.
Yeah, dude.
The fuck, man.
Oh, are we just going original Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon?
We're talking real Well, yeah. I mean, if you
real
want,
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you just made yourself a lot of powerful enemies within your own fan base. Tom.
yeah, well,
calling
bring
out
it.
real Pokemon.
Bring it. You Seroquel motherfuckers. Centiquil.
Seroquel is what broke your brain.
Yeah.
Not Cyndaquil,
All right.
which is a hedgehog
Do it,
that lights
yeah.
on fire, which is
Okay.
also something
Well,
you do in your hot kitchen.
Next episode, we're playing Psych Matter Pokemon. That's for sure happening.
Oh shit.
Vicodin evolves into methadone, and then you use the fucking lie to your mom stone, and then it becomes heroin.
Like it on used steel copper wiring. It's pretty effective.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the Mean Boys podcast. In no way did we just redact an offensive voicemail.
You know who you are. Shut up.
Yeah. Dave, buddy, thank you for coming on the show.
Are
We've
you
been wanting to
kidding me?
have you
This
forever.
was
You're
so
fucking
much fun,
hilarious.
yeah.
It was a
Thank
blast,
you so much
man.
for having me. I love the show.
You gotta
Yeah,
go
guys
see
are the best.
Dave live, and it's sitting near you, and you gotta fucking listen to Suicide Buddies. All right, you Mean Boys can't get you all the
Yeah.
way through your shift at the factory job. Fucking pop on over to Suicide Buddies and give them a listen. You got any dates or anything else coming up you want to plug?
Yeah, I think I have a few. I don't know when this is coming out, but October 6th, I'm in Phoenix for a night. I'm doing Fest in Gainesville.
We have a huge
this
fan
year.
base in Phoenix where we one time did a
ya?
show for one guy.
Oh, well, I hope
now
you come,
living in
sir.
Portland.
Oh, yeah, he does live in Portland.
He moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's all on my
do a fest?
website,
Yeah,
which
which
is
website?
davetotheross.com.
Yeah, go to that. Go see
Yeah.
Dave when he's on tour.
It's fucking great, man. Tom,
Thanks, dude.
anything? We did get an email where someone said they came to one of your shows and you weren't there because you plugged the date wrong.
Wait, what?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Which show?
This guy writes, your show makes living in Bakersfield almost kind of sort of bearable. He said, Tom Goss failed me. He said he would be at the Barrel House Brewery in Visalia on September 10th, yet he was not. If he wants people to come
No.
to his shows, he should get his shit together on the real
I
Love the
was
show.
there.
And it keeps, oh, you were?
I was.
I bet you $1 million you're wrong.
September. It's September. Let me. I now have to-
9/11 Eve?
I have to. Yeah.
How
now I have
could
to
you
double
forget?
check?
Yeah.
Tom,
The show started late.
Well, yeah, we put out our
no,
cookies
he
for
was
Steve
there.
Ranazizi like we do every
Hang on,
year.
September.
Not a joke.
Yes.
We've done it 2 years in a row.
Did you know we had Steve
Is that
Ranazizi on
true?
9/11 2 years in a row? Yeah,
That's
we did.
so
It's our
funny.
annual tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I feel sorry. Let me read this real quick because I feel really bad about this.
We were so close to ending the show.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
really matter that much.
We'll deal with this off air.
No. What it was is the show started late because they forgot it was
No,
Monday.
this
It was
is-
the
no.
first week of
What are you
Monday
doing?
Night Football, so they had a late game. So they had to start
This
the
is truly my
show.
9/11.
Yeah, it's Tom explaining why he
That
didn't.
was a pretty good day.
All right. Well, the day this drops, the night following that, I'm at the headline of the Improv in Ontario, California. If you're in the area, come through. Go on my Twitter for free tickets, which you can get because I'm not famous enough. And you can see me headlining the Chatterbox in West Covina on September 30th. That is a wonderful show. Yeah, come to either of those. I'll be funny.
I got dates coming up, but some of them might be moving because of a thing. So just follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. I'll be posting dates very soon.
Yeah.
All right, tight. Dave, thank you again, buddy.
Dude, thank you. This was Red.
Fuck everything. God is dead.
Can everyone just check your mics really quick? Just say a few words.
Check 1 2 9/11.
Check. 1, 2, 9/11.
Taint,
I
taint.
like 9/11.
taint. 1, 2, 9, 11.
I'm gay for 9/11.
Dave, one more time.
I'm 9/11. I'm the idea of 9/11.
Yeah, you get it.
My father was a building and my mother was a plane.
My mother was a shittier building.
We worked so hard to come to this country, only to be explodified by government to start endless war.
My cousin, the Pentagon. It was a hard day.
Oh yeah,
My stepbrother, a field in Pennsylvania.
I was about to. I was working. I was just trying to figure out the relation. All right.